Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for making the effort to come on time. So we have a lovely panel with us today. So I'll request Deepak, my friend, and और क्या बोलना है? Partner. He is almost everywhere with us since the beginning. So I'll request Deepak to initiate the panel discussion.
Hi everyone, good morning to all. I think last night was very busy, so it took some time everybody to really charge up everyone. So today we are talking about how we can further strengthen a partnership between retailers and landlords. And you know, as the horizon has changed, it's no more the business of only running shopping centers and having a one tenant agreement. It is all about consumer. The world has changed. If you see in last 3 years, the contribution of F&B, which was 4%, has increased to 13% in good shopping centers. Fashion and apparel retail, which was around 40, it is going up to 60%. So things are transforming, customer is more demanding. So I'll start the discussion with our friend Surjit. He is the CEO of a mall called Amanora in Pune, and he has done a great transformation. Would like to understand what good things he has done in his mall.
Thank you, Deepak. Coming from you makes an interesting day itself. See, turning around an existing property itself takes a lot amount of time and energy. It's not like one day there is a single formula that one day and that's it, the mall is turned around. It takes time, especially with the design clauses which are there, all those things to come. And again, the major part which is there is the right tenant, which is there actually for that particular market which is there. And creating a lot of other avenues, just not about the rental or just about the tenants, I mean. Like for example, for us, it was just a mall which had normal stores and nothing else. Here, right now, what we've actually created, first we had almost taken off the mall. We first did the entire interiors new, then the layout was done, and then came the tenants and everything, how to get into the right tenant. And that is the time when our owners were really quite patient enough to wait that, you've been really burning money but not coming in. So you had to change the design? Yes, we had to change the design because the design was a very old design. The walkways were very different, boxes were very different, which was like totally difficult. And that was one of the biggest challenge to lease those stores.
So, a lot of capex heavy,
yes,
it was a big decision to change that.
Yes. So that was there. And then we added a good amount of things like we're the first guys to take a punch on the D2C brands. I host today at least around 18 D2C brands. 18 D2C brands and you'll be surprised.
This highest in West, I have not seen anyone, the amount of D2C you have.
Yes, sir.
Also one more thing, I just want to interestingly, that it's a nice session. You have done a big transformation in food. When I see your mall in 2010, and when people said the mall is done, nobody's going to go to that mall, and today Amanora, if I have to have a meal with my family, the first decision which comes up in my mind in Pune is yours. Tell me something, what you have done there.
So when I came from Prestige, everybody said, you're going to Amanora, Pune, and no one knows about that mall. What are you going to do? I said, this is the time, whatever you've learned throughout your years. Pune is a nice city. So because of that, I came. If you see overall the entire, the zoning and the combination of everything, that was very important for that mall. Now, if you see today, we host 85,000 square feet of pickle and paddle. Wow. A roof which was just lying vacant from ages, which was there. What best can we use rather than just having those cricket nets and everything? So now this is picking up. But 2 years earlier, we saw this coming in and we were prepared for it. We created a dome, we got some permissions and approvals, and we created that. Similarly, today we host almost 4 FECs, different type of FECs, 2 regular FEC, 1 trampoline park, another one in the same format.
So how many people on a Sunday you can absorb in your mall or Saturday?
See, footfall in India is never an issue, but still currently we're getting around 1 to 150,000 on a Sunday, or maybe on a combination. But on a monthly basis, if you see, we're doing around 24 to 25 lakhs of footfall now.
Fantastic. So that was your perspective. Now I straight away go to, in the corner, my friend Manish from Madurai. He look after the expansion of brand collective.
Thank
How
you.
do you see, how differently you feel your customer is getting integrated with the mall? You get a premium bridge to luxury customer, you're selling ASP above 15,000 and above. So that customer, do you think is getting integrated well in mall? Your thought, please.
Yeah, hi, good morning everyone. So we've seen a complete shift. Mr. Birla entered into this business about 16, 17 years ago. And the way this format called collective, the way it has transformed, the way people have responded to the kind of portfolio of brands that we have got into the country, I think it's very, very positive. The kind of business that we deal in, I think mall is the only ecosystem which can provide that complete approach, right from the convenience of parking to getting to reaching the store, exiting, giving other avenues for him to spend time in the mall, unlike high street, wherein he is on his own more or less. So I think over a period of time, the malls have tried to at least get the segmentation right, which was not there about 10, 15 years ago. The mall has been able to identify their DNA. They are trying to get the segmentation, the classification absolutely right. Of course, it's a journey because transformation doesn't happen overnight. So there is a bit of juggling with every mall that happens now and then. But what we can do better is that when we talk about collaboration, I think we should rightly start it from the beginning. And the beginning is when we sign the agreement or a LOI. Not pointing out to anyone, but we've seen right now there is a lot of commitments that are in the LOI which are from the retailer side. For example, a performance clause. There is no performance clause for the mall. Now, somebody will definitely try and understand how is mall going to perform. The mall can perform, mall can commit for a minimum footfall that has to come to the mall. Mall can perform that, how they can ensure that there is enough repetition happening of consumers coming into the mall. So I was just talking in the morning about this loyalty program. So there is a loyalty program that I run at the store wherein I give my customer some points which he's able to redeem in his next purchase so that he comes again back to the store. Parallelly, there is a loyalty program run by the mall in which they are giving my consumer my voucher at my cost, which is given to him for coming back to the store again. So while this is an interesting piece wherein the loyalty is building up at two places, but it is not giving any value addition. How can we make the other loyalty program little better so that, the consumer finds it more interesting, more interactive? For an example, just a thought that, why not a mall comes up and says that we've redone our complete fine dining and food court and we would like your top 20 customers to give us the feedback by experiencing them. They come and give that voucher at their cost so that my consumer feels important and relevant to that mall and he gives his inputs that, these are the things you're doing well and I feel connected.
Thanks. Thanks, Manish. I 90% agree with you. I mean, 10% disagreement.
I'm glad that 90 is
for a shopping center to be successful, I mean, there's no research, but by common sense, at least 50% of the retailers should be doing very well, 30% okay, and 20% will be laggard for sure. I mean, there cannot be that all of them are. So a mall will only be successful, or majority of the tenants are doing very well. Otherwise, it will not make sense, shopping center. Now, coming to the loyalty program, which you mentioned, you are distributing your points to your consumers, whereas mall is trying to distribute to the consumers which are not coming to your store.
I don't know how do you segregate that.
Because our universe, the mall's universe of footfalls is much larger than the footfall of the store.
No, but my point is very different. I want to incentivize my consumer.
Yeah.
Right now what is happening is maybe there is a bit of acquisition of new customer which is happening through your loyalty program.
The objective is to bring in new consumers. Your consumer is already coming to you.
So that's what I'm saying. Keep doing that.
Yeah.
But apart from that, how can you make the loyalty program a little more interactive, little more interesting?
Yeah.
For my set of consumers.
So you're saying that the mall should also pitch in into their own ways of gratifying the consumers.
So, for example, revenue share.
Yeah.
Now this is an interesting thing. So revenue share is why it is only about revenue. For example, when a mall goes on a flat 50% and I'm into a business where I'm just trading, I'm getting the goods and selling, I cannot afford to give flat 50%.
Yeah.
Mall should say that I'm doing a 3-day 50% flat off, I will let go of my 10% revenue share, you give flat 50.
Yeah. Theoretically, we accept this point. Practicality, we will see this point. Yeah. So, Ashish, coming to you, I mean, your malls also have a loyalty program.
Yes.
Do you have any view on this?
Yeah, so recently, at our Pacific, what we have introduced is a TRM program to incentivize the store team. What we have done is, like in festive season, for those 2 months, October, November, or maybe November, December, whatever is the top line sale of the mall, 0.03% of the sale we distribute in cash to the store team. That's why we want to try to incentivize the store team so that they can get, motivated they do a good number of sales. That's how we're trying to incentivize here.
Yeah. So, coming to you,
So Fawaz, so I know, so we had a theory earlier that edge of city mall doesn't work. So of late I've seen 2 development, one by Mr. Bansal, Pacific, Dehradun. We said edge of city, but it's one of the most successful mall in last 1 year, I think, since last 1 year of operation. So Fawaz run a mall called HiLITE Mall in Calicut. It is quite far of town, but still the most successful mall. So can you share with the audience what good things you have done in that mall that you are still able to drive such a good footfall and you are the most successful center in that city?
Okay, so I differ a little bit from what he also said. So, okay, coming specific to this, the role of mall and the role of retailer is actually, there has to be a clarity in that. So the role of mall is to, every mall has a pull, the power to pull people. What is the pulling power that, from the customers, from the target group that they have. So when we are placed at a location, not in the central business district or what you can call the central area of the town, we always prefer that because it's easier to, navigate and come through, there's less traffic, those kind of additional benefits are there. But the point there is to make get the maximum pull for the mall. So one thing is that the size of the mall we have a 1.3 million square feet of mall in Calicut, which is, quite large for that area, and 270 plus tenants as well. So mix of all the brands would be there, mix of all the categories would be there. And specifically in the last few years, the shift towards entertainment and food court, when we say about that, we have, apart from the cinemas itself, we have over 1 lakh square feet of entertainment. Which is spread across, like multiple FECs, snow park, go-karting, a lot of other kind of activities, trampoline park and everything. So that ratio is really high. On the other side, like when we talk about F&B, again, we have 65 plus, food outlets, different type of outlets, including dining and food court counters, which is one of the largest in India. So these kind of things attract people. So that attraction factor is what we have. So that will definitely, bring people, and that
Tell
will
me
make
one
the
thing,
malls.
you house 2 big anchors,
Yeah.
Shopper Stop, Lifestyle, other brands.
Yeah.
How do you ensure that, the same customer who is shopping at other places also do shop at other outlets? We complement the same footfall at multiple outlets. Do you run a loyalty program? How do you ensure that, same customer is just not shopping at one point and goes back?
So there is a limitation there, definitely. Like I said, bringing the overall footfalls will be the primary motive of the mall. And the second, the other thing is to distribute among the different areas in the mall. So there, like I said, in the loyalty program, what we do is, we also have a loyalty program based on app. We collect, you can upload the bills and get points and everything, and you can redeem that for the vouchers of different stores. So whatever marketing vouchers we collect from the tenants, we are distributing it among all the customers who are using this loyalty program. Secondly, we also do like custom based, wherever the requirements are, like when a restaurant, like a premium restaurant is, we need to support them. Maybe we do some kind of ads in the, the luxury screen of our cinemas. So, this is the correct target group who are there, which we facilitate and do it. So that, the correct target customer is reaching this mall, but, little more diverting to them through the other retailer.
So coming to Devesh, almost your store is in almost all key malls. Max is like a big brand and you have the large family audience. How do you see, your journey has been very long, Middle East to India. What different you have seen in big malls? Do you think experiential retail is which is working, or mall is able to drive the kind of audience you want, or your customer is able to get multiple things? He feels that ecosystem is very good. You should come to the same mall where Max is, because other than Max, they have 7 other brands. So their entire need of shopping is taken care of. What helps that same customer come back to you again? Because he sees that ecosystem is valid for him. What's your thought?
So if I talk about Max, actually, I represent value fashion here. And again, my sale depends on the bulk of customers coming to me. So if I talk about repeat customer, in our all older store, it is crossing close to 80-85% kind of a thing. So there is a very strong brand loyalty with Max, and most of the purchases are the repeat purchases. So that's pretty well taken care. My biggest thing that in case of Max, if I say, spikes are very, very different. So if I talk about, and that's true about almost all the brands and all successful malls, a biggest collaboration what is required. Loyalty program is one part of it. Of course, all of us are running it, and different percentages of repeat purchases with every brand. But a common problem for brand as well as mall is how to handle peak. Every Saturday, Sunday, you get a long queue for the parking, and that reaches almost everywhere. How to de-bottleneck? That is something which is there. One part, we think that it's a constraint, we can't do something. But there may be some option along with collaboration with brand that we can do some part of it shifting towards weekday versus weekend. The very first thing. Why 60% shopping is going on the weekend only? Can we do some efforts jointly where I can increase a bit of Thursday, Friday versus Saturday, Sunday? What incentive can motivate customer to visit on weekday to decongest my weekend? Nobody has thought about it, and this is something where little efforts had happened, but again not fruitful much. That's one. Second, how to handle festive peaks. Again, a collaboration is required. Never ever it has happened that, okay, the day you are doing 30 lakh of business in a single day, while you regularly do on a weekend 10 lakh rupees, 3 times is going up. Ultimately, they are coming to purchase a product. How to ensure that availability of my retailer remains pretty good. None of the offer has come, okay, for these 30 festive periods, festive days, there is a special storage space created for all major anchors. Please do come, utilize that so that your festive peaks are attained. So many such places. I am coming from a very, very basic operational things, what I had felt over a period of last almost 20 years now. Where every time it comes, we know these are the bottlenecks, and for sure there is opportunity loss for both retailer as well as mall also. So many aspects where we can work together, collaborate, other than loyalty, joint promotions and all those things which are there.
Yeah. So I just want to come back to the audience. The main topic of today's discussion is that can the retailers and developers be on the same side of the table? Any views? Can they be on the same side of the table? Yes, they should be on the same side of the table, but practically it's not, in my opinion, possible to be on the same side of the table. Yeah? Do you agree or disagree? You don't have no point of view. Okay, that's also okay.
So Yogeshji, my point was that only, because it's a win-win for both of us.
Yes.
Ultimately, it's going to result a better experience for the customer. Because biggest frustration at what points?
Yeah.
If you are waiting in a parking for almost, let's say 20-30 minutes to go inside and park your car, there are valley parks.
Yes.
But it's again taken as an earning opportunity. You need to pay 200 rupees to avail that.
Yeah.
Can't we do something on those fronts which ease off
Then could
customer and enhances the customer experience? Okay, this is something, this mall always I get this kind of a facility, and that's the reason I would like to go again and again there.
Sure.
That's something which is very different.
Good point. So basically, I mean, in my opinion, both cannot be on the same side of the table because there is a transactional relationship. But it should not be only a transactional relationship. It could be a rational transactional. I mean, both parties have to be rational about it. So when I think through the problem, many a times the benchmarks are wrong. Data shared is not so appropriate. That's why we end up taking the wrong decisions. Now, in one of my experiences, the developer is trying to sell that, okay, this will do this much business and all that. Or on the other hand, the retailer expects कि मैं यहाँ आऊँगा तो बहुत कुछ हो जाएगा. But ultimately, if both parties are transparent to some extent, not fully तो possible शायद नहीं होता है, but to the some extent if we are transparent, then we can co-create, and the developer will only win if the retailer is winning. No, otherwise there is no way.
Just taking your point here actually, again coming back to the same thing, and it's a very valid point actually.
At least you are awake, no?
So this is something what I mean to say here. Like right now, the old days had gone where GWPs were working, gift with purchase going on, vouchers are going on. Now customer preference has suddenly changed to the experience, shopping experience what he is getting there, the kind of product he is going to purchase. High fashion has taken place. The old traditional category has gone back. So where it's a digital presence which is creating more buzz in the Gen Zs and Gen Alpha now, and they're coming up. So instead of having 1-2 events, so this strategy even Max has taken this time. We had participated in Lakme Fashion Week, at the same time gone for many rap contest with the Spotify itself. So there could be many collaborative events throughout the year. A joint planning is very much required, where you need to think with the perspective of bringing a new set of customers with the collaborating with the brand only. Sure. So I understand there is a revenue opportunity for mall to give that space on hire, to do that event, make that activation big and viral altogether. But at the same time, think with the perspective of the brand also.
Yeah, so I'll stop you here for a minute. Many times the retailer feels that developer is very unreasonable. Do you have such feelings sometimes?
Always.
But nobody understands the pain of 10 years. I mean, any shopping center takes at least 10 years to put together land issues and development issues, and then so the 10 years of pain, I mean, the retailer is not able, they have not seen that pain. They have not gone through that capex and the returns and the bankers and the mortgages and all that. So sometimes developer may appear to be unreasonable, but there is a baggage to that. That's why he's coming it from. And Singh, you have been quiet for a while. We didn't allow you to speak.
We being a brand leader in the category of luggage, we do enjoy very perfect locations provided by the malls. But sometimes what happens is, as the time passes by, the rezoning keeps happening. And during that process, when we find ourselves to be in a zone where we don't end up complementing the other brand, nor we get complemented by the other brand for our business. So there we become, something like odd man out. I believe that over a period of time, not for my brand or any particular category per se, but the rezoning, when it happens, then the options also should be created to even shift those brands who are already existing to a section where they can end up complementing to the other businesses, the adjacencies, and get complemented as well. I have a very good experience of, like one of the example I can give, since I can see Rajnish sitting in front of me. Mr. Rajnish ended up giving me a location at Inorbit Malad, which was near to the watch store. And I used to particularly notice few things, like the people coming out from the ethos, they used to enter into the Samsonite store. Because somebody buying a watch of that value can only buy a backpack worth 50,000 rupees. So, and we used to in turn compliment them as well by sending our customers to the ethos. So it happens over and above to whatever effort we put in to generate a business. So being with the right adjacencies definitely helps in increasing the business, which is for the, it's like, any which way we are coexisting, the brand at the mall.
I want to ask you one thing, NP. The luggage, Samsonite is a global market leader. And I see nowadays lots of malls have come because the travel boom after the COVID, everybody wants to travel. And I saw a couple of malls in Orbit did it very well, the travel edit. Do you think you should go and promote the mall that you do something around travel like we did in our department store, and we saw phenomenal sales of luggage going up. So maybe these kind of ideas, do you think really helps you?
Yeah, of course. Definitely. Any day, adding upon the additional set of customers, like the way I have just added one particular point. If any such festival being done, definitely it is going to add value and bring additional customers.
So, I mean, just checking on time, images, because we are told that we have to keep it short till the time we get the time indication. Anybody, Manish, please.
Yeah, so on your statement of, we cannot be together, we can be together, and I think we can be all on one side.
Okay.
See, brand is a game of patience, and when you are building a mall, I think the developer, the day he starts playing the game with patience and passion, I think we will all be on the same side. It is just a matter of changing the mindset. I understand you go through a hell lot of problems before the mall is actually launched, but it is the same side when you get the brand into the country.
Yeah.
The pain is the same.
Yeah.
But we are committed for a compounded rate increase every year, but there is no fixed formula where I am guaranteed a sale of 5% increment every year.
Yeah.
So when I have a bad year, I would expect my landlord, my mall to come back and tell me that, you looked like having a tough year. How can we do something together to make it better?
Yeah.
So I think the day we start taking that approach, we will all be on one side. We are building that road with, like-minded brands coming into the mall. The mall experience is getting better day by day. I think it's just only about approach towards the retailer of being a little more friendly and giving him that comfort of doing business in the mall.
Yeah, point taken. Devesh, any viewpoint? We can be on the same side of the table or sideways?
We have to be.
Yeah.
It's a common goal. It's a common win-win situation we need to arrive at. And
Yeah.
we all are waiting for the customer to serve them.
Yes.
So it's always on the same side. There might be some commercial interests which are different from point to point.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's the same side only. Win of a mall depends on the brand win.
Oh, lovely.
That's there.
Lovely. Ashish, from your point of view?
Of course, we have to be on same side, but then, brand's performance is my revenue, right? And if they perform, then only I get
Yes.
money, right? But the interesting point is, of course, brand expect us to give us a better deal, revenue share deal, capex deal, all those stuff, of course.
Capex deal bhi hota hai?
Of course. No, they expect that, right? But let's say after 10, 12 years, the mall gets, renovation. Will we start charging development fees also?
Yeah.
Will we get that support also from the retailers? Can we do that? I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
those are the questions that we can ask if we have to discuss about the collaboration.
So we can be on the same side of the table with little bit
we
of
can
an
be on the
effort,
same
yeah.
side if we of course work on the sale increment, all those stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not that we are on the same side, definitely. But the point is that it's a business and it's a business scenario. When we see that there is a business case for the mall as well as for the retailer. So when there is a collaboration, let's say there is the 10 is the total benefit, something like that. It's in 5-5 ratio. Making it 7-3 is not the right collaboration. Making that 10 into 15 is should be the result of that collaboration. So only if that value addition is there, that is when that right thing happens. So most of discussion, I think, is about making it 7-3, and that wouldn't work. So on the other way, we can definitely be on the same side.
Sir.
See, jointly, obviously, this is a partnership. Without us, without them, we cannot
It doesn't work,
survive.
yeah.
But when we talk about collaborations and joint responsibilities, various forums when we share, whenever it is either goes with both of these, like say for an example, in my case, I'm referring it, like if we have evolved today from an X mall to, in terms of positioning,
new version of the
sales
mall,
and
yeah.
everything, we expect the same thing from the retailer also.
Yeah.
Retailer is still into that same mindset, boss, this is that mall, this is that mall. Whereas we are telling them, the other centers have started performing, the other retailers have started performing, come on, evolve. We are at the side, we know our catchment, and we keep telling retailers, but the action time which is taken by a retailer takes too long of a time.
Yeah.
Plus, there is a threat which is there, which needs to be accepted for the conventional retailers versus these
New.
online retailers which have just merged in, which have just tasted the taste of the offline market, and they are really very happy.
Raised funds.
And not only raised, for the amount of footfalls they are getting.
Yeah.
Imagine after 2007, now I've been seeing stores opening with like 400, 300 people waiting to open. Imagine. And there is no ad, nothing. The amount of digital the image which they create and everything, it's a totally different thing. So same, this is what we keep saying, that both the parties have to really evolve together and you have to change.
Thank you, Sujit.
Thank you.
And Bising, any last words you want to say? Can retailer and developer be on the same side of the table, sideways, opposite?
I always believe that it is to be on the same side, because unless we have that approach, we can't really grow together. It's a matter of the coexistence. It's nothing like sitting across. So that's how I have mentioned about one of the point. And then there could be other areas as well. Like for example, somebody suggested that if there is a promotion going on, then during the same time, if at all the mall can come together along with the brand to ensure that we end up giving better value to the customers, definitely it will help us grow together.
Thank you, Nimpi. So anybody has any question or any impression before we summarize the points? Yeah, Abhishek ji.
When you changed and you said you put a lot of D2C brands, did you see a differentiation in the kind of footfall you started getting and the kind of consumers walking into your centers versus when you did not have those D2C brands?
I could see more bags, more shopping bags, and obviously, yes, the entire, there is a new set of audience which is coming in, which is, first they are shopping, but they're also, helping in a lot of other centers, like especially in the entertainment and the FEC and the food court. But that's a total new type of a crowd which is coming.
The Gen Z started coming to your center. Would you say that?
See, this is a myth. Everybody says D2C is Gen Z. This is what I thought before I signed it. But the moment when I signed it and I see it, today I see fast fashion is everybody is buying it. It is not about anyone who's above 30 or below 18.
Thank you.
Gen Z, all these brands, D2C, they have promoted themselves very strongly digitally. So you're seeing the mall footfall, they're exploring it, or the customer who are already buying digitally, they see the store and they explore. And also, do you see digital marketing to these brands are helping getting repeat footfall?
Yes, definitely. The amount of digital marketing these guys do it. We go them to, we are still in those old days that when we say, oh, your store is opening, come, let's do something joint. They say, no, don't need it. And you see, these, before the store is open, you already see some 500, 600 people waiting. The amount of, the way these guys are promoting the digital marketing, I think we have not been able to do it. We have been more into still creating those reels or, just promoting offers on our Instagram pages versus what these guys are doing. It is totally different type of a thing.
Yeah.
And when you see them on the numbers, now imagine, I can't name a brand, replacing a conventional female, oriented brand, which was doing around 20 to 25 lakhs of rupees of a sale, and changing it to a new brand, which is in D2C, and doing around 40, 45 lakhs rupees, you definitely feel like. But if you ask overall in anybody's session, everybody says, why did you ask that brand to leave? But that's the call.
Yeah, but we have to evolve with the times, otherwise, we stagnate. So, Deepak, last words, or shall I summarize? Anybody else? Last chance, huh? Last chance.
Just recalled a very famous line from a Bollywood movie, Border, and I want to say it with you together. Yeah. हम ही हम हैं तो क्या हम हैं, तुम ही तुम हो तो क्या तुम हो.
Thank you. So, just to, thanks Manish, very nicely summarized. So, from pure transactional to rational transactional, understanding others' point of view, co-creation, we can create, we have to co-create. And one thing in our lives, we have to be open to feedback, both sides, because unless we are able to accept the feedback, there's no chance of correction. So, and on the other hand, anybody giving feedback has to be very sincere, not just for the sake of giving the feedback, because many developers, they feel that they know this business, but sometimes the retailer knows little more, and vice versa also. And unless, short point.
On a lighter note, DLF has given you one of the best locations in Mall of India, by the way.
Thanks for the input. So, majority of the occupiers or the partners in the mall has to do better and better and better so that the shopping center can succeed. Unless the retailer succeeds, there's no way a shopping center will succeed. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.